Investors are counting the cost of the latest spat between US President Donald Trump and Tesla CEO Elon Musk. SBS finance editor Ricardo Gonçalves joins us now in the studio with more. Ricardo, how much could this be worth?
A lot, Anton. Analysts tell me government subsidies and contracts worth hundreds of billions of US dollars may be at stake across Elon Musk's businesses if they are indeed pooled. And those businesses span predominantly space exploration, along with AI, tunnel digging, medical technology and social media. But the one that is listed on the stock exchange is electric vehicle maker Tesla. Its shares have gone on a roller coaster ride in the US over the past year, falling 14% overnight. That is about 230 billion Australian dollars. And that's more than what Australia's second biggest listed company, BHP, is worth. Fears support for self-driving cars and so-called robo-taxis may be pulled, concerning investors.
Only a quarter-ish of the Tesla stock price is the car company itself. The other three quarters are tied up with the robo-taxi business. If the robo-taxi business is under threat because of an argument with Donald Trump who can make his government permissions with respect to autonomous vehicles operating in, across states in America, then that's a very unwise thing for him to be doing.
Only last week, Elon Musk announced he left his role in the US administration to refocus his attention on Tesla.
I can tell you what I heard from shareholders today is why? Why now? Why go after Trump? Why make an enemy with Trump? Getting on his bad side. It's the last thing investors want to see in a regulatory environment like this. And hopefully cooler heads prevail, but it feels like it could get worse before it gets better.
The Electric Vehicle Council says sales of Tesla vehicles in Australia are down 48% so far this year compared with last year. Virgin Australia is officially looking to relist on the Australian share market before the end of the month. It has lodged its prospectus seeking to raise $685 million at $2.90 per share, which would give it a market capitalisation of $2.3 billion. The company, which was rescued by private equity after it fell into voluntary administration in April 2020, entered an alliance with Qatar Airways earlier this year, which saw the Middle East carrier acquire a 25% stake.
It's going to have its headwinds, mainly from margin squeeze and as prices come down for the airlines, as competition heats up. We're seeing a bit of a demand drop-off from consumers as they hold on to their cash a little bit more tightly. But they do have advantages over someone like Qantas in terms of capital requirements moving forward.
It posted a $259 million underlying net profit last financial year. The news supported Qantas shares today. The miners rose as Donald Trump said he would recommence trade negotiations with China. CommBank gave up some of its recent gains and the tech sector was the worst performer. So by the close, the Australian share market fell. The ASX 200 down 0.3% ahead of US jobs numbers tonight. Still for the week, the index is up 1% and is about 40 points away from an all-time high. The Australian dollar is at a near 6-month high against the greenback at 65 US cents and is mixed across the other major global currencies, down against the euro, and that's as the European Central Bank lowered interest rates by a further 25 basis points, its 8th cut in 12 months. President Christine Lagarde also using the announcement to quash rumours of an early departure from her role.
I'm fully determined to deliver on my mission, and I'm determined to complete my term. So I regret to tell you that you're not about to see the back of me.
Ms Lagarde added the bank was in a good place to deal with global uncertainties, fueling market speculation. Its next rate move may be a pause. Well, it's a viral online sensation turned unlikely status symbol. This is the Labubus doll, the Chinese plush toy spurring a consumer frenzy and a range of knockoffs, all the while raising questions about consumer behaviour in a cost of living crisis.
I'm so excited. I've had this box for like 2 days. No way!
They first appeared a decade ago, but with the saturation of social media, Labubus have been thrust firmly into the global spotlight.
I caved and I bought 3 different box sets of Labubus.
There are more than 1.4 million of these Labubu-related posts on TikTok, resulting in scenes like this in the CBDs of Melbourne and Sydney.
你看那些big star， 那些甚至欧美的或者韩国，他们都在收藏这个。
The craze is just too much hype, and I don't think I'm ever going to get one at this point.
Revenue from the sale of these toy monsters has soared by more than 1,200% according to their Chinese retailer PopMart. The toys latching on to the blind box trend.
Oh my God.
Where consumers don't know which version they'll get.
It creates this unpredictable payoff where the consumer wants to go back and wants to buy more and go through this, what we call emotional lottery.
And when they open a box and they get one, let's say this one here, their faces lit up.
In some instances, they've become so hard to find, collectors turn to knockoff versions of the toys known as lafufus. In the face of cost of living pressures, experts say Labubus present as an affordable luxury.
They can't afford to be spending money on these larger expenses like big trips and holidays. And so in that kind of climate, they tend to shift their focus to smaller feel-good purchases. And that's where the blind box culture has exploded.
I have one at home still, but I haven't opened it yet because I'm waiting for my birthday, which is on June 26th. I will open my Labubu box.
Just 19 more sleeps until yet another lovable monster is unleashed. Telsa Husey, SBS World News.
That story was produced in collaboration with SBS Mandarin. Now, they range in price from about $20, but Anton, the most expensive one, retails for more than $1,500.